Hey guys, it's Fraser Flips, also known as Andy, and today I've done a £500 retro gaming pickup. So in this retro game we've got some N64 games, some Commodore games, some box consoles, PS1 games, Xbox original, basically a massive lit mix. So on Sunday at the CARBOOT I found a guy who was selling some consoles. I got speaking to him, called Danny, and yeah, he said, I might have some more at home, would you be interested? And I was like, yeah. So give him a number. It's now Thursday, the Thursday after the car boot, and yeah, I've got a pickup. So I went down to have a look at his stuff, sat chatting to him for an hour. He said, make me an offer. Thrown him a figure of 500 quid, and he was dead relaxed and accepted it, so that looks good. He said he's still got more games to sort through and stuff, so yeah, we're going to show you some of the things that I found at the pickup, talk you through it, and then show you some of the rare things. I do think we're going to make over 1500 plus from this. There's some really good box consoles, and there's some games that I didn't know the value of in there. But yeah, some really good pickups. If you want to skip to certain pickups, it'll be later in the video. I'll leave an annotation now. But yeah, let's go and see what we bought. Right then, so this is the gaming pickup that we got for £500 from my contact from the car boot. So as you can see, there's a load of different games. We've got PS2, Xbox Original, PS1, some N64, Sega Mega Drives, and then a few box consoles. I'll just quickly go through some of the things that we found at a quick glance and some of the values of them. So we'll start over here at the Sega Mega Drive. So I've googled some of these titles already. So the Sonic games going for about 10 each. Mortal Kombat 20, Aladdin 10. So already on this pile you've got like 80 quid to 100 quid. And then one of the titles that shocked us in the value is this one here, Fully Complete Lost Jurassic World on eBay. There's some 80 to 120 quid. So we're going to go with the lower end for this figure and say £80. But yeah, already from that one pile you've got 150 quid's worth of value. Moving on to this other section over here, we've got a couple more games like Super WrestleMania, Sonic. I think we've got 3 Sonics in total. Got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic compilations. We could always bundle them together, but even if you get 10 quid each of them, you're looking at about 200 quid from the Sonic Sega Mega Drive games. And then we've got a couple of loose ones here as well. Obviously they don't go as much unboxed. Then PS1 games, we've got about 30 to 40 PS1 games, some quite good titles in. So we've got Tekken 1, 2 and 3, so we could either sell these together or singular. Resident Evil, that goes for about 25 quid. Road Rash, Cyber Chase, we sold this recently for about 8 to 10 quid. And then there's a couple of fodder games like Police Force, Racing Sim. It's stuff that you can't really sell that well. We have got Ronaldo v Football, which is sealed, so obviously sealed games go more, and it's not got any cracks on, so hopefully you get 20-30 quid for that. Got the original Metal Gear Solid, and then Final Fantasy, and then again another Tekken. On this side over here, we've just got another few filler games. We've got Rock Raiders, which can go for about 15, but I think it needs a new case. Return to the Great Value, that's another good title. And then yeah, the rest we can bundle with some of the consoles. So we did pick up 3 consoles. We bought our first ever Commodore 64 console, all box, got the manual cassette player. Online this is going for about 100 to 150 quid, so there's a bit of money back on that. We've got a PS1 box console. You can get about 50 quid for this box, but we're going to add some of these titles, maybe 15 games, and aim for the £100 mark. And then with the PS1 games as well, we've got a little folder here, I'll just quickly open it, with some loose games in. So some of the games are like Die Hard Trilogy, we've got Alien Trilogy, we actually have the case in the other room for this. That can go for a bit of money, and the discs are in quite good shape. Then we've got Hogs of War, and then Oddworld. So, and it comes in a nice little PS1 case, which I've not seen before. And then we've got this game here, which he said was a rare one. So I took his word for it, EastEnders. And it doesn't sound like much game, but we've googled it, and it's going for 50 to 60 quid online. So yeah, another little extra bonus there. Now we've got a load of original Xbox games. We've probably got about 50 of these. So a lot of them aren't amazing titles, they are just general fodder, like stuff like Halo 2 and stuff like that. There are a couple in here, but nothing that's amazing. So we've got stuff like Spectral Warrior, you might get a tenner for that. Riddick, was sold. He did show us this one game that was from America. I'll just show you it now. So it's JSRF, so Jet Set Radio Future. Brand new in CX, this is 30 quid, this is pre-owned, so you maybe get a 10 to 15 on that one. And then on the other pile, we've got a couple of games there. Reckless, that's quite good. We've got Flat Out, I've sold that in the past before. And then Harry Potter. We've got to sell them as a little bundle. But yeah, we've got about 50 Xbox original games. We can sell them with a couple of consoles that we have. Then we're going to get to the Super Nintendo games. So yeah, we've got a couple of these. So we've got Terminator 2. We've got like a handful, maybe about 15 cartridges only. So I'll just quickly go through them. Nintendo Scope, Sonic, WF Raw, Super Mario World, Starwing, Mickey Mania, Super Tennis and Kickoff. Street Fighter, it's always a good one. Mortal Kombat 2, and then Killer Instinct. So again, probably get 50 to 100 quid for all of them together. They don't sell as well because they've got cartridge only. Then we've got a couple of adapters here for like the Game Boy, that's 1989 adapter. And then we've also got a Sega Mega Drive adapter, which can adapt from, I've been told, Japanese to USA and UK games. So yeah, that's pretty cool to get. And then moving on to the N64 games, I'll just quickly go through them. We've got Diddy Kong Racing, Perfect Dark, Super Soccer 64, Pro 98 Football, V-Rally, one and main one, don't know what that is, Wave Race, Super Mario 64, Super Smash Bros, and then FIFA 98. So a couple of games there. So if we had the Super Nintendo games and the N64 games, probably looking at 100, 150 for them. Then we're moving on to the PS2 games, so we've probably got 100 PS2 games. There's a couple of just common titles. Then there's a couple of titles you could get a couple of quid for, like Omniscia, Juiced. And then at the top we've got things like Mafia, Getaway, Omniscia, Ace Combat. Then on the right we've got stuff like Need for Speed, Ghost Hunter, Simpsons Hit and Run. Just needs a few new cases for some of these PS2 games, but there's about 100 games there, probably get about 150 for them. And then we have one title hidden amongst the PS2 games. We have this one, Evil Dead Regeneration. Just needs a new case, but it's got a manual and fully complete. If you Google that one, at the minute I see loads of solds on eBay for £80 to 100 quid. So at the lower end even, £70–80, that's a really good pickup as well. And then yeah, last of all, just a couple more games behind here. Got Pro Wrestling on Sega, Sega Chess, Tasmania, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog again, and Strider 2. So yeah, a couple little games there, just add a little bit more value to it. Yeah, that's it overall. Probably spent about 500 quid, I think it was overall, all in. So we've got a couple of box of consoles. Like I say, probably get about £1,000 minimum for all that stuff to 1,500, depending on how we sell it and bundle it. But yeah, good little pickup. Right then, it's the next morning and we've had a couple of sales from that Joblot already. We did 56 listings yesterday, got everything sorted and cleaned. Well, not everything, but a good 20–30% of the things we've sorted and cleaned. So we've had a couple of sales, I'll put them on screen now, just in this section here. We've had a Ronaldo PS1 game sell for 30 quid, that was sealed. Got Metal Gear Solid PS1 sold, 22.50. We had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the SNES, 18 quid, took an offer on that one. I've got Evil Dead PS2 sold for 32.50. Sonic Spinball on the Mega Drive for 12.95. Aladdin 10.95. Nintendo NES Wizards 10.95. And then Terminator 2 Judgment Day 12.50. So already we've had £171 in sales in the first 24 hours, so we're already a third of the way back. We've only sold 7 items out of the 250, 300 items, so yeah, going to make some really good profit on this job lot. I've got a load of games here that I've cleaned and listed, cleaned and ready to list. So we've got things like Tekken, Sonic, Batman Begins, then we're going to do a PS1 bundle, and then we've got a couple of the good games here that we just need to go through today, this clean, and then it is time to watch the Euros because I want to get heavily involved in that. I'm a football fan, and hopefully there's some good games. So Spain, Croatia, that'll be a good one today. But yeah, that's where we're up to with that job lot, and hopefully the next video I'll update you with how much we've made. But yeah, thanks for watching. It's just a quick video, and we'll see you in the next video.